Hi everyone, welcome to Downward Dog Rising. It's Traci here, and I'm going to give you a video today to help you get through your work day. So on those days you find yourself not being able to take a long enough break to leave for lunch, and you just have to keep on going the whole way through, here's a quick break that'll help give you the energy to get on with your day and to keep focused on what you need to get done. So I'm going to give you melting heart. So it's extended puppy pose to help release shoulders, neck, back, get your back stretched. And then I'm going to give you my least favorite, yes, I have a least favorite yoga pose called Agnes Stumbasana, which is Firelog. And because my hips are so tight, it's very hurtful and painful, but I know I need to do it more. So I like to choose that one a lot of times just to hone in and focus on an area that I'm sure so many of us need. Whether you run a lot or whether you sit a lot at a desk, that can both do totally get your hips in a way that they can make them really tight from overuse or from sitting for extended periods. So both have the same effect. It really tightens them up. Okay, so join me and let's just begin with 5 cat-cows just to warm up our spine. Then we'll go into our extended puppy pose, melting heart, and then we'll do our fire log, and that will be our workout for today. So thanks for joining and let's get started. And if you don't have a mat, just get right next to your desk on the floor and join me. All right, maybe put something under your forehead, like a little rolled up shirt, jacket, pillow if you have one in your office. So let's begin. We're going to start off on all fours, and then I want you to feel how you're stretching your spine long, head away from tailbone. Take a deep inhale, and then you're going to do your cow. As you inhale, you extend the spine. As you exhale, drop your chin, drop your tailbone, spread your shoulder blades wide to the sky. Now inhale, stretch spine long. Now exhale, drop your chin, drop your tailbone, spread shoulder blades far and wide. 3 more. You're going to inhale, elongate your spine. Feel abdominals scooping deeply into your back. Exhale, round that low back, scoop in. 2 more. Really get that length in your spine. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale, lengthen head away from tailbone. Exhale, gently press those shoulder blades wide to the sky. Scoop abdominals in. Now straighten out again. Feel maximal length in spine, so you really stretch head away from tailbone. Get maximal length. Now notice how I have a straight line from my hip socket to my knee joint. We're going to keep this angle here as we elongate our breastbone, our heart through the arms. And we're going to slowly stretch, 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 get our upper body to elongate. You could stop anywhere that you need to stop. It's like your sits bones pull back behind you. Maybe stay here. Lengthen apart. Inhale, exhale. If your knees need more support, instead of being flat on the tops of the feet, curl toes under. Distribute the weight off the knees a little bit into the balls of your feet. And then you're just stretching, stretching, stretching. If your forehead comes to the mat, it can. If it's not quite there, no worries. Stay where you're comfortable, where you're not forcing anything. And then you're just going to inhale and then exhale. I want you to reach the 2 sits bones behind you towards the mat. And then I want you to feel like your sternum, your breastbone's pulling forward through the arms. And then instead of arching, feel your tailbone pull, lengthen, get the low back to really elongate. And then just stay here and breathe. Expansion into front, sides, back of rib cage, 3-dimensional breathing. And just feel like you can create some space in your spine. Inhale. And exhale. Let those ribs fully inflate. Inhale and exhale. Let your exhale be longer than your inhale. Even feel the stretch from under the armpits down into your palms. One more deep inhale. Slowly start to walk hands in. Come all the way up. Good job. Crisscross your ankles here. Slowly sit back, hips over heels. And I'm going to ask you to face me. And then we're going to go into our Firelog, our Agnistumbasana. So take your right leg. You're going to have your ankle, your knee, your shin parallel. And then don't worry if it doesn't actually go parallel. You're not going to force it. Your heel and your foot might actually come a little closer into your body than being straight up. Just see what you can do. You're going to flex the bottom foot. And then what I want you to do, something was sharp, like felt like something sharp sticking into me. Now it's gone. Now you're going to go like this. You're going to take your opposite foot. You place the opposite foot directly on top of the knee. And then just kind of settle into the pose. As you can see, this is my tighter side. And then you can always see when someone's tight because their knee will look like this. So no worries. If your knee does that, no worries at all. Give yourself a little time. Maybe stretch arms to sky so you can sink into the bottom of your sits bones, sink into that pelvis. Let gravity gently pull your hips deeper down into the mat. You can notice how slowly this leg drops. I don't have to push down on it or anything. It's just going to gently drop with gravity. Try to flex both of your feet to energetically give space and room to your hips and lining up the knees. And just stay here and breathe. Let's take a few breaths here. You're inhaling, so feel how the air goes deep down into the lower lobes of the lungs. Your ribs expand laterally. And then you exhale. And then you just breathe in. Feel the entire spine lengthen. And then you exhale. And then you inhale. You'll notice with your breath, that leg, it keeps dropping. So maybe your legs were already flat out to the sides already, and this will just help you just ground and focus. So no worries if you're already there. You're good. We're all trying to go to where we can to deepen that connection, to open those hips. Breathing in. And then exhale. And if your knees are already straightened down, you can deepen your practice. Now I'm going to stay straight up because that's more beneficial for me right now. But if you're already straight, your knees are in alignment, you feel like, oh, I could go deeper, then please deepen your stretch. Feel the crease in the front of your hip and thigh, and you're going to start to come forward over the legs. You could come down onto your forearms, perhaps. Perhaps you'll pink a fist with each hand. You'll rest your forehead on the fist. When I leaned forward, I just dropped more, but it's so uncomfortable. I'm coming back up. As I said, do what feels right for your body. Stay here and breathe. You could have your forehead on the backs of the hands as you come forward, or you can make a fist, rest your forehead on the fist. Just all in our due time, we make it to where we need to be. So we're just breathing in, we're not forcing it, and then we're exhaling it out. Try to let the exhales be twice as long as the inhales. Breathing in. Exhaling, sink deeper. One more deep inhale here. Now if you want, if you're experiencing this more as I am, let's try to go a little deeper together. If you can, without forcing it. Breathing in. Just lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Hinge from the hips. Exhale. Just exhale. Two more deep inhales here. And one more time. Feel that low back open up from the back of the ribs to the back of the pelvis. And slowly rise up to top of head. And just take that leg down. And then maybe you'll just bring your arms by your sides or slightly behind you, lift heart. And then just gently do this little windshield wiper side to side, going across sides of hips, because then we're going to switch and do the other side. Just roll over that hip crease on that left side there, come back in. Okay, so now we're going to bring the first leg that was on top. My left leg was on top, so take the leg that you just had on top, bring it to the bottom. Flex your foot. Again, eventually we want it to be parallel the shin with the knee, the ankle. No worries if it's not there yet. And then we're going to take our right or top ankle, whichever one you haven't done. And then you're going to gently set it on top of that. And I thought the other one was tighter. Today it seems to be reversed. And that's okay too. If you have a tighter side and you just went to switch with me right now and you feel like, wow, the side that's usually not as tight is actually tighter, that very well could be. So no worries, just work with it. So again, we're going to stretch into the air. We're going to try to let gravity help us sink deeper into this stretch. So we're just inhaling. And then we're exhaling as we sink the bottom of our pelvis deeper into the mat. We're just trying to get equal weight across each half of our pelvis so we're not leaning into one hip more than the other. We're just inhaling as we lengthen up. And then exhale, softly release. So we're inhaling as we elongate up. Exhale, softly release. You're going to feel how gravity gently allows and lets that knee fall down. Now, we're going to bring our arms by our sides. Keep stretching heart to sky. Lengthen head away from tailbone. And do a few more breaths with me right here. If you feel like you've already maintained a stretch, you've already really gone deep into it and you need to go further, you're going to lengthen up and you're going to start to stretch over the front of your thighs. You could either reach the arms out You could reach the arms to the sides. You could even make a fist with each hand. Bring your forehead to the fist or to the backs of your hands. Whatever works best for you right now in this moment. See if you can flex your feet to give your hips a little more space, protecting your knees as well. Breathing in and then breathing out. And inhale and exhale. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. If you're ready, go a little deeper to the front. So we're just breathing in. Exhale softly, gently exhale into it. Any tightness, just let it go. Exhale into it. My hips are screaming at me right now, by the way. They're absolutely screaming, and I'm going to stick with it a little bit more. I'm going to override my mind. Breathing into the tightness, letting it go. Go a little deeper if you can. Softly release the tension. One more deep inhale here. And slowly lengthen head away from tailbone. Gently come all the way up. Once again, we're going to undo the leg. Oof, it might be a little stiff when you first come out. Maybe shake those knees side by side for a second. And let's do another one of those windshield wipers. Just gently rock hips side to side. Knees go side to side. Excellent. And we're going to come into our easy pose, our Sukhasana. And I'm going to give you a little neck release and we'll be off on our way. So I'm going to have you clasp your hands together like this, but we're going to reach our arms behind our back. Make sure your shoulders are okay with it. So you take one arm behind your back. You take the other hand, clasp the fingers together, and just take a second, relax those shoulders down, back, away from ears, and you're going to slowly allow your ear to come a little closer to your shoulder on one side, opposite of where the hands are. And just stay here for a moment. Release the side of your neck. Feel the collarbones wide. Our neck can be tight sitting at our desk all day, even driving. Inhale, exhale. Soften into the stretch. You're going to inhale, exhale. Slowly bring head back to the center. We're going to tilt our ear to the opposite shoulder. And we're going to feel the side of our neck elongate. We're going to inhale. And then we're going to exhale. Feel the side of your neck. You're going to inhale. Then you're going to feel side of neck lengthen. Exhale. So it really deepens the stretch on this side. Inhale. And exhale. Slowly, I want you to come center. Gently release your arms. We're going to do that on the other side. So now you're going to take your other arm behind your back. Clasp the fingers together if that's possible. Avoid forcing it if it's not. And you just tilt ear away from the hands. Feel side of neck elongate. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly come center. You're going to get a deeper stretch now as you bring opposite ear to shoulder closer to the hands. So that side's really anchored down because of the hands being on the other side. Those upper traps get released, side of neck. Breathing in and breathing out. Relax the jaw, the facial muscles. You're breathing in and breathing out. And inhale. Exhale one more time. Deep inhale. Release the side of your neck. That's sternocleidomastoid. Breathing in. Exhale. Slowly bring head center. And then we're just going to release the arms. Do a couple little shoulder rolls. Up, down, back. Away from ears. Up, down, back. Away from ears. Two more. Release any tension through the fingertips. Last one. And just bring your hands to your heart. And you did it. You're ready to rejoin your day and get on with the rest of the day. Hopefully this gave you a nice little respite, little rest in between, and gives you a little energy to make it through without feeling too tight or stressed out. So thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Thanks for joining. If you like my content, please hit like or subscribe. I'd so appreciate it. And I wish you the best rest of your morning, day, or afternoon. Whenever you see this, even evening, wish you the best rest of it. All right, take care, everyone. I'll see you soon. Peace. I hope this helps. Bye. Peace. Bye.